You know, when you see that massive wall of like perfect glowing screens at a sports book or some high-tech command center, it's kind of an illusion.
Right, yeah. The computers actually running them aren't even in the room.
Exactly. So welcome to today's deep dive. Today our mission is decoding a highly technical piece of AV hardware to, uncover the hidden infrastructure powering those massive screens you see out in the real world.
Yeah, and specifically we are looking at the Smart-AVI HDX-XT-4P-RX-S.
Which is quite the mouthful. Okay, let's unpack this. The official title is a quad-head HDMI 4K KVM extender receiver. But, I mean, what does a string of acronyms like that actually mean for you, the average person?
Well, it means breaking the physical limits of how we interact with computers. Usually your monitor, keyboard, and mouse have to sit within like a few feet of your actual computer tower.
Right, because a standard HDMI cable gives out after what, maybe 15 feet?
Exactly. The signal just degrades. But this device completely shatters that limitation.
Yeah, looking at our source material, this receiver takes 4 separate 4K video feeds, and that's a massive resolution of 3840 by 2160 at 30 hertz.
Yeah, for those.
Plus bidirectional stereo audio and USB data, and it pushes all of it up to 330 feet or 100 meters away. And it does all of this using just a single standard CT5E or CT6 Ethernet cable. I have to admit, I'm kind of struggling with the physics here.
It is a lot of data to move, for sure.
I mean, it sounds like trying to blast an entire live symphony and 4 high-def movie theaters through a standard garden hose all at once. How does it not just turn into a, lagging, pixelated mess?
What's fascinating here is the sheer bandwidth management. The receiver isn't just sending data, it's delivering completely uncompressed video alongside something called HDMI auxiliary bypass.
Wait, hang on. If it's uncompressed video, that takes up way more space. Doesn't that make the garden hose problem worse?
You'd think so, yeah.
So how is a basic Ethernet cable handling 4 uncompressed 4K streams?
It's a great question. And to use your garden hose analogy, it's not about making the hose wider. It's about how perfectly you organize the water droplets before you push them through.
Okay.
Because an Ethernet cable, especially CT6, uses tightly twisted pairs of copper wire to handle much higher frequencies than a standard HDMI cable can.
Right.
So this receiver perfectly encodes those 4 uncompressed 4K video signals into highly organized digital packets. It just blasts them incredibly fast across that copper without dropping a single bit, and then instantly decodes them on the other end.
Wow. And the HDMI auxiliary bypass part?
That simply means the display gets the pure original signal as if it were plugged right into the source.
Oh, I see. So it's about hyper-efficient data routing, not just brute force, which explains why high-end setups like secure government facilities or premium sports bars rely on it.
Exactly. A degraded image or a half-second delay just isn't an option for them.
Right. And that lack of delay brings us to the remote control side of things. Because if the video is uncompressed and instantaneous, you need to be able to interact with it in real time.
Yeah, that brings us to the KVM part of the name keyboard, video, mouse.
So how does that interaction work from 300 feet away? The notes mention transparent USB 2.0 and keyboard and mouse emulation. To be honest, those sound like pure buzzwords.
They do sound like buzzwords, but they're crucial for making this work. Emulation means the receiver essentially tricks the computer.
Tricks it how?
It constantly tells the computer tower, hey, yes, the keyboard and mouse are still plugged directly into me, even when they are a literal football field away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because if it didn't do that, the computer might freeze or throw an error looking for its hardware.
Oh, so it just keeps the computer's operating system happy.
Exactly. And transparent USB simply means it is perfectly plug and play. You plug a flash drive or a mouse into the receiver end, and the system treats it exactly as if you plugged it directly into the server.
So no installing special drivers or anything?
All right, you don't need an engineering degree to set it up. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, it explains the incredible professional value here.
Yeah.
The unit recently dropped in price from $899 to about $764.
Yeah.
Which is a steal when you realize businesses use this to lock their noisy, heat-generating computers in highly secure, climate-controlled server rooms.
While the human operators sit in a quiet room with perfect zero-latency control.
Exactly.
So what does this all mean? It means the sleek, silent, modern visual environments we operate in every day are largely an illusion. They are held together by this complex hidden web of matrix switchers and extenders.
It really is. This single receiver separates the raw computing muscle from the user experience. It's the silent infrastructure of our digital world.
Which leaves me with a final thought for you to ponder. If we are already maxing out our physics by organizing packets to push uncompressed quad 4K video 330 feet over a basic copper Ethernet cable today, what will happen to our physical infrastructure when 8K or even 16K holographic displays become the standard? Will that standard copper garden hose finally burst? Will copper finally hit its limit? Thank you for joining the deep dive.